And after the Garden City became the flooded city, the BBMP, that's the Bangalore city's civic body, is on a demolition drive. Their target, structures built on storm drains, and this includes homes.
Now, the flooding in July was blamed on encroachments on lakes and stormwater drains. But those losing their homes say they had followed the law, they'd got all the permissions, and now they're devastated.
I can still see people outside. They're actually getting ready to bring the moor down. An law-abiding citizen, I would presume. You have the papers. You did not think you were building in a stormwater drain.
I would really want to talk about, the entire justification for this demolition is that this is what they call out here as Rajakalve, right? Which basically is the drain that connects lakes, right? And typically that's what is the conduit for water, and if it prevents water from overflowing, right? A lake from overflowing. So that is the explanation, right? So how is it done here? Is there a proper justification that this is actually proved to be a Rajakalve?
All the required clearances from all the government agencies.
Absolutely right. So they cleared it, right? So we go ahead and apply for the government sanctions. Here it's called the BBMP, yes. Right? They sanction based on all the records out here. Post which we avail of 2 loans, both by nationalized bank, which have very, very, very strong advocatory panel.
Who check themselves before giving the loan.
Right, and those banks checked and approved loans. I'm talking about two different banks, nationalized banks, at 2 different phases in time, right? One during the purchase of the property and one during the construction of this property. They have approved. They destroyed a home, and they destroyed lives, and for nothing, for what ends? And who? A common criminal is accorded more protection, okay, than a law-abiding, tax-paying citizen on whose tax the very officials who destroyed our house, get paid, right?
Clearly, a very, very disturbed couple here, Mahindra and Rupa, who say the common criminal gets more time, more protection perhaps than they have, as they stay here in their home, which is being demolished right around them. A home which the BBMP says has to be demolished because they claim it's on a stormwater drain, a charge which the homeowners absolutely deny. But the fact is, as they put it, it's a destruction of a home, it's a destruction of a way of life. If that was the way the wall in your home looked, you could understand what the feeling is of the people here.
So as you can see, there is heartburn amongst those losing their homes, but why were those buildings allowed to come up in the first place?
Those are the big questions, and the BBMP commissioner spoke to NDTV's Maya Sharma over the whole contentious issue.
Is this really necessary, the drastic demolition of so many structures?
Maya, I mean, when 28th and 29th of last month, when entire portion of Bangalore got flooded, I mean, entire Bangalore was puzzled whether there can be floods in Bangalore. And when we took the situation very seriously, and of course, a lot of emergency measures were taken, and things were brought to normalcy within just 1 or 2 days. Then afterwards, we wanted to go deep into the problem, and I mean, what has made this situation to come to Bangalore? Then we found that Bangalore has a number of lakes and an interconnected drains. A lot of places we found that all these drains were encroached by different layouts, the citizens, property developers.
Of course, the people who live there say that they've got all the required clearances, they have their paperwork, they took the permission from government officials, they did everything, they did their due diligence. Who's to blame? Who's at fault that these buildings came up there?
See, this is the exact problem. I mean, in the administration, there are some black sheeps where corrupt officials have cobbled together along with the citizens. And all this has been, this one illegally, all this permissions for these buildings to come on the...
Two questions there. You said corrupt officials, and you also said in collusion with the... Many home buyers may not have known They may not have known. There are certainly many who went into it in good faith. What would you say to them?
See, I totally agree. See, this how the property gets developed in Bangalore is a particular property owner or a developer has developed this layout. Now, once the developer has developed this layout in collusion with some corrupt officials, he has ensured that this drain is closed and the layout has come up. Now, after this, a particular citizen will go and buy the property. He should have verified from the local revenue maps before purchasing the property.